This is an audit of the Spotify brand. My name is Kevin, and I will speak representing the members of Team 5 listed here. In the early 2000s, music lovers had three options for acquiring digital music. Peer-to-peer services like Napster allowed for the sharing of music. After these were shut down for copyright infringement, a la carte services like Apple iTunes allowed customers to purchase individual songs or albums. About the same time, ad-based services like Pandora Radio allowed users to create personalized radio stations. Spotify arose from the ashes of Napster. Consumers who could once share unlimited free music were forced to pay up to $2 a song from services like iTunes. Streaming sites like Pandora Radio didn't allow for the selection of individual songs, and ads interrupted the listening experience. Spotify improved on the Napster design by providing high-quality audio, no downloads, and an app that was safe and legal to use. Spotify realized the power of their platform. They would be the world's only on-demand music streaming service. Their goal? Be the first with a market-ready product, and then grow, grow, grow. They launched in Sweden in October of 2008, and in the US in July of 2011. Apple Music wouldn't launch in the US until 4 years later in 2015. Amazon Music Unlimited wouldn't come out for 5 years in 2016. Their pioneering product and rapid growth cemented their status as a reference brand. Like Google defined search engines, Spotify defined music streaming. And what added to their growth was the immense support from the music industry. Revenues had been declining for years, and major labels happily provided access to their libraries, knowing they would finally be paid for their music. Spotify positioned itself as an ally to the musician and the music lover alike. Spotify is a digital music service in the music streaming category. Spotify's mission is to help you listen to whatever music you want, whenever you want, wherever you are, and unlock the potential of human creativity by giving 1 million creative artists the opportunity to live off of their art, and billions of fans the opportunity to enjoy and be inspired by it. Spotify's two main offerings are music and podcasts. It gives listeners on-demand access to millions of songs and thousands of podcasts via phone, computer, tablet, and more. There are two versions of Spotify, free and paid. The paid version, or premium, is through a monthly subscription model. There are 3 different plans to choose from: individual, family, and student. The individual plan costs $9.99 per month for 1 account. The family plan costs $14.99 per month for 6 accounts, and the student plan is $4.99 per month for 1 account. The main benefits of Spotify Premium versus Spotify Free is there are no ads, unlimited skips, and you can download content to listen to offline. There are many players in the music streaming industry. Some include Apple Music, Amazon Music, Pandora, and YouTube Music. All of these competitors follow the same business model of a monthly subscription service, offering the same pricing and the same music. Some, for example, Apple Music and YouTube Music, offer videos as well. Others, such as Pandora, contain podcasts within their products, thereby making Pandora the most similar to Spotify. However, Spotify positions itself differently than Pandora, and that Spotify is more about moods and moments, while Pandora is more about discovery. Additionally, Spotify is perceived as a leader in its category because it's known primarily for music. Some of the other competitors, like Apple Music, Amazon Music, and YouTube Music, are sub-brands of companies that are known more for other things, such as smartphones, computers, e-commerce, and video. This gives Spotify a competitive edge. There are many ways to enjoy Spotify, and one does not need to be limited to their phone or tablet to listen. Spotify is available on all Samsung Smart TVs starting in 2016. We look at this partnership as a placement strategy for Spotify. In August 2018, Spotify became Samsung's go-to streaming music service provider, following a strategic partnership between the two companies that initially focused on bringing Spotify to Samsung Smart TVs, and later a deeper connection with Samsung's assistant technology, Bixby. Spotify's overarching brand communication message is lively, energetic, and fun, although it has only evolved to become this vibrant brand in the last few years. In 2015, the company went through a major rebrand and released a new colorful look they stand behind today. Spotify's goal in the rebrand was to appear as rich and lively as the music culture it fronted, rather than simply a technology service that served up songs. The brand imaging is disseminated through traditional advertising, social media, and the strategic partnerships we mentioned earlier. Spotify is able to keep their brand communication consistent through all mediums by using a specific, although broad, color palette, standard font, and a congruent imagery. Here we have examples of a recent print campaign that spread worldwide in large cities like New York, Los Angeles, and London. As you can see from these ads, Spotify keeps their brand appealing to younger audiences and stays very consistent with their designs by the use of vibrant colors, cultural references, and lively imagery. Spotify uses social media to reach their traditionally younger audience. They utilize their brand image to make artist recommendations, announce new releases, help customers connect with musicians, and provide good customer service. All of Spotify's imagery and messaging on their social media channels connects back to the overall brand theme and remains very engaging, relevant, coherent, and fresh. Spotify's slogan of "Music for Every Mood" also constitutes the brand's promise, and it is certainly a high bar to live up to. It's something the company is pushing heavily in their most recent ad campaign. No matter where you are or what you're doing, there's a song or playlist to meet your needs. To back its claim, Spotify has curated a library of over 50 million tracks and recently added more than 450,000 podcast titles. With over 108 million paying subscribers and 232 million monthly active users, it's safe to say that Spotify has proven its value. Spotify has the ability to connect with users on a multitude of levels. That's the power of music. Music for every mood promises that whatever you might be looking for, Spotify's enormous catalog of music can provide it. With the addition of Made For You playlists, Spotify is poised to take music customization and personalization to the next level. Boasting over 3 billion playlists, subscribers can truly find something that aligns with whatever mood or situation they might be in. Spotify is easily the global leader in music streaming services, having nearly doubled the number of subscribers of its next leading competitor, Apple Music. Although Spotify isn't the top streaming service in the US, where many Apple users are extremely brand loyal, it is by far the most popular brand around the world. Spotify is currently available in 79 markets and expanding into new markets all the time. In February of 2019, Spotify launched in the second most populous country in the world, India. With 1.34 billion residents, the move into India gives the company access to a gigantic pool of potential new subscribers. True to their promise, Spotify India launched with a host of features exclusive to the new market, including multi-language music recommendations, full control even for Spotify free users, and city playlists that update based on what's trending in several major metropolitan areas. Spotify usually registers with their name and name of the country they're operating in when they start operations. For example, Spotify New Zealand or Spotify India. Spotify has also acquired a number of brands over time, and one common thing among these countries is that they somehow benefit from the operations of Spotify by either collecting and analyzing data or by creating opportunities for artists that would create music for Spotify. Spotify has a positive market position showing growth. This can be because Spotify has been able to position themselves as the market leaders in the music industry. Spotify is not just a household name, but also a name heard in the business world every day. Consumers tend to be loyal to the Spotify brand for their unparalleled services and products. Spotify is usually associated with consumers with happiness and positivity. We recommend that Spotify broaden the sharing aspect of the platform, because although it has tapped into this area a little bit with Instagram, we think they could expand even further. They could introduce a chat feature so that people can share songs with their friends or chat online while they listen to shared playlists. We also recommend that Spotify expand into other product categories such as audiobooks and live radio streaming. This would give a wider selection of entertainment to their customers and hopefully create a deeper level of loyalty in comparison to competitors. And this concludes the Spotify brand audit.